Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWorkBoxing. Shout out the Second Amendment, the Bill of Rights, Bill Haney, father, Wild Bill. I guess I can say I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. It's one thing, man. There's no accountability. I think that, the boxing stratosphere is really, comprised of a bunch of characters. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I pride my channel on is because I always speak the truth. I've always been solid since the inception of my channel. I've always been solid. If I was wrong, I was wrong. I came back and said, hey, I was wrong about this. I admitted, mistakes or failures or things that I said and done that I shouldn't have done. And for the most part, I can say about 98% of everything I've done, I don't regret. It might be two things, maybe 2% of the things that I've done on my channel that I can honestly say I regret. But coming for Bill Haney, aka Wild Bill, aka Second Amendment Bill of Rights Haney, is not one of them. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised because I've seen people, from that area who kind of show and exhibit, behaviors the way Bill Haney is exhibiting, and I've always said, when Bill Haney gets to talking fast and stuttering, he's lying, because when his mouth is moving, it's a possibility that he's lying. But when he get to stuttering and talking fast, beyond a shadow of a doubt he's lying. And what he said to Bernard Hopkins when Bernard Hopkins said, nah, Negro, when you see me, have that same energy. This man went out and basically said, oh, since you don't want to respect my First Amendment, freedom of free speech, then you're going to respect my Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. And it's real sad that it's real sad, man, that you can get online and say whatever you want, and you can behave however you want, and people will give you a platform because you're making their channel lit. Like the Boxing Mouth, they'll let you get on there and say whatever. H Money used to let you get on there and say whatever, but he woke up finally. My only disappointment is that channels like H Money and people, like that, they saw your bullshit the whole time and they didn't say nothing in real time. But now they want to say something now. And I salute them for turning the corner, because it's one of the things where when you find out the truth and you get disappointed and you basically become a turncoat. I really like to acknowledge the courage that it takes, and the gumption that it takes, and the intestinal fortitude that it takes to be able to turn over that new leaf. So I respect H Money for it. He was the one who brought us the iconic interview with Shakur Stevenson, basically exposed Devin and Bill, right? He's also the channel that's been pioneering this whole movement, basically exposing Bill Haney. And it just says a lot about character, man. I just thought that we were better than that. The boxing community has a lot of work, and if you are comfortable with Bill Haney getting on your platform and saying some of the outlandish, outrageous things that he's saying, and you defend Devin Haney against the facts, because let's be honest, this all started because Bernard Hopkins pointed out a fact, in that Devin Haney did not earn the belt that he was given. And people will say, oh man, that's just like Jamal Charlo. This a fact that Jamal Charlo didn't earn the belt, but by default, because Canelo ran, he was given the belt. You don't hear Jamal Charlo having a hissy fit about it. Jamal Charlo was just fighting whoever he was fighting and still making a name, knowing that he was still one of the best fighters in the game. The proof is in the pudding, because his twin His DNA twin is the undisputed champ in the division right below him, and they share the same DNA. Greatness is greatness, regardless. But he didn't have a hissy fit. But again, anytime you have any kind of fair criticism, like when people criticize T.O. and his father, and you know the antics that's go on with that, and how people criticize Shakur for missing weight, and how back in the day people criticized Tank for missing weight, and how, you know, Benavidez, how people criticize him for missing weight and, you know, having recreational drug use and all that. You know, Devin Haney is beyond any kind of criticism. And that allows Bill to be able to get out here and say whatever he wants to say about whoever he wants to say it about in defense of his son, when that's really a guise to act like a clown. Let's be honest. And if you're giving him a platform, if you're allowing him to be able to get on your platform and speak so freely, but then you condone him with this behavior about being able to bear arms, man, I don't know what to say about you, man. I really don't know what to say about you. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot about you if you're one of the ones that's going to allow him to get on there and say there and act like that. Because that's, you know what I'm saying? That's like throwing stones and hiding your hands, and then, you know, that's basically like calling the law. That's basically like calling the law. So in the Army, basically, when we had a disagreement, right, and you know, we didn't really want the brass to really know about it. It's called taking somebody behind the woodshed. It's like two men could basically take their BDU tops off, go off in the Connex or behind the Connex or out in the field where nobody else would know, and they could just get it on. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Haney wants to activate his Second Amendment, and he went public basically saying that because B-Hop didn't respect his First Amendment, he's going to respect his Second Amendment. And I'm not going to tell you what you smell like. I'm not going to tell you what you feel like. But all I know is that when I was talking to my lady earlier, I said, man, his might be fatter than yours. That's it. That's all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We all know what your boy Bill Haney is. You know what I'm saying? He got a fat. He might got some wop. I'm going to leave it like that. BodyWork.